It was my first day of school, and I don't feel like going. I wish I can stay in bed all day, but of course, Mom won't let me. Trying to go back to sleep, but the knock on the door woke me up again. "Clara, come on, you're gonna be late," Mom shouts. "But I don't want to go," I mumble, burying my face back in the pillows and putting the covers over my head. "Clara, I'm only going to say this one more," she was about to say when I cut her off. Okay, I'm up. I'll be down in 10 minutes. Hearing her footsteps fading into the hallway, I scream into my pillow before getting up and going straight to the bathroom to take a quick shower. The hardest task was to choose an outfit when you don't want to go. Putting on whatever looked decent, I take my bag and walk down to the kitchen. Well, unfortunately, Mom didn't have any breakfast ready, and I was already late, so I grabbed an apple and went directly to my car. Let's start this day. Reaching school, I get out of my car and realize that the parking lot was filled with so many cars and had no student there but me. Well, great. I was late for my first day. I hurried to the administration office to get my schedule, then rushed to biology class. Fortunately, the teacher didn't complain about me being late. The first couple of periods went smoothly, and it was finally lunchtime. I went to my locker to put my books, and there was my best friend Chloe leaning on the lockers. When she noticed me between the crowd of students, she ran towards me and hugged me. "Cece, I missed you so much. You didn't text or call all summer. I was worried about you after that incident. I'm so sorry for your loss," she said. Talking about the incident, I remembered what happened on my last day of school last year, when my mom called to tell me that my father had a car accident. I was so shocked and started sobbing and couldn't stop even after my mom picked me up from school. No words came out of me for a week, and I wouldn't reply to any of the texts and calls I got. Even when my friends came to visit, I wouldn't meet them. I loved my dad so much that I never thought in a million years that he would leave me. Then, my biggest shock was when my mother got married a month after the accident. I was still mourning that I couldn't say anything about it and just let her do whatever she wanted. The only thing that I had left from my father was a letter that was found in his closet addressed to me. But I can't open it as it says that I should wait till I'm 16, which is in 4 days. I can't wait to read what my dad wanted me to know. Cece, Clara," said Chloe in a worried tone. I snapped out of my thoughts. What's wrong? You were crying. I'm sorry I reminded you about your father. I didn't mean to." "It's okay. Don't mind it." "Oh, I didn't tell you. My mother got married." "Oh dear. Are you okay? How do you feel about it?" "I don't know. Like, why would she do something like that? I just couldn't ask her. Anyway, let's go to the cafeteria." "Okay, and I'll tell you what happened between Ethan and me. Some heads up, we broke up." "Oh my God, what happened?" I asked as we were trying to walk to the cafeteria without losing each other in the crowd as she was talking about Ethan and how she knew that he was cheating on her. Suddenly, I smell something unusual, something that smells like rain and pine trees. I look around puzzled, and then my eyes land on his brown ones. Everything faded away, and it felt like we were the only two in the hallway. I couldn't take my eyes off of him. I got lost in them as if I was being hypnotized. I don't know what I'm doing. My legs are moving me toward him, and I can't stop them. It felt like an unknown power is taking over my senses and movements. He approaches me without dropping the gaze. We're inches away from each other, and I didn't realize that we were this close until he warped his arms around my waist, which made me feel sparks. What is happening was the only thing on my mind. This felt so strange. I can't understand why I'm allowing this unknown person to be this close to me and to put his hands on me. And the bigger question was, why am I enjoying it? "Mine," he growls, his voice sending chills down my spine, and I involuntarily nodded my head as if agreeing with him. His eyes held so many emotions in them, it was hard to know what he was feeling. But when the bell rang announcing that it was time for the class to begin, I realized where I am and what I am doing, and I immediately get out of his grip, which made him frown into my sudden action. I turn around, not daring to look back, and start running toward the girls' bathroom. I don't know where's Chloe, but at this moment I didn't care. I only wanted to go to the bathroom and hide there till this day ends. It's weird, I didn't even know his name, and I don't remember seeing him in school before. Perhaps he is a new student. And that's when I started freaking out. How did this happen? Getting this close to each other. The look we shared. I don't understand why I'm so embarrassed. I feel like I can't show him my face from now on. But wait, why am I thinking a lot about this? Maybe he won't remember me, or remember this, whatever it is called. And there's a big chance that we never have to face each other again. And if I see him in the hallway, I won't look at him. And that's it. I won't think about this anymore. Though I can't forget his charming eyes, it was a weird feeling. My heart was beating so hard, as if it was gonna jump out of my chest when he touched me, and I swear I heard something in my head that told me, "It's our mate." I had never heard anything like this. It's so confusing. The bell rings, announcing that the next class is going to begin. That's when I realized that I've spent a whole period in the bathroom freaking out about a small incident that might have just been a misunderstanding. Great. I take a look in the mirror. I looked a bit stressed, so I washed my face to cool down a bit. then left heading for my history class. I get in and sit in the back. I'm not a fan of history. I get my book out of my bag, waiting for the class to be full and for the teacher to get in. Oh, that smell again. It's coming back. Looking at the door, I notice the new guy coming in. Ugh, did he have to be with me in this class? I tried not to look at him, hoping he won't notice me. I concentrate on my book, not giving him much attention, but then I feel him sit beside me as his smell gets intensified. As soon as he sits, I try to get up to change my place, but the teacher enters, signaling that the period has begun and there's no going back now. Fortunately, he didn't talk to me at all, though every while I glance at him and I see him looking at me, which felt a bit creepy. But the creepier is that deep inside, I liked it. It's been 4 days since that day when I met him. I still don't know his name. He sits beside me every day in history class. He doesn't talk, and thankfully, he stopped staring. Every time I see him, my heart starts beating fast, and it's giving me a hard time concentrating in class. All I think about is how close he is to me. I feel every move he makes. I'm standing across my locker, taking the books I'll need in first class, when someone hugs me from behind. "Happy birthday," said Chloe. "Thanks," I reply, closing the locker's door. "So tell me, how does it feel to be 16? I'm so excited. My birthday is next month, and I can't wait." "Oh, well, it feels like nothing, really. I don't feel any change." "That's real. I don't feel so happy about it. But the only thing I'm excited about is going home and reading the letter from my father." "Hey, I want to ask you something." Do you know the new boy I saw that day?" I asked. "Oh, yeah, I know he's Ethan's friend. His name is Asher." "Why are you asking?" "Nothing really, just curious. You know me." It takes forever for the day to end, and I can't wait anymore. When I got home, I wasn't surprised that my mother wasn't there, of course. She would be having lunch out with her new husband. She was doing it so much lately. I rushed to my room and took a box that was under my bed. I took out the letter that was inside. The letter from my dear father. I feel a little bit nervous as I open the envelope and start reading. "Dear Clara, if you're reading this letter, that means I couldn't make it. I hope that you're not sad about it. I want you to be happy, and don't think that I'm not with you now because I'm dead. I'll always be with you wherever you go, and I know you will always make me proud of you. I'm sorry I can't be with you on your 16th birthday. It's a very important age to you and to me because several changes will happen. There's something very important you should know. I wanted to tell you this while being with you, but I'm sure you can handle it on your own. I've always known you're strong." I don't want you to freak out. The truth, my girl, is that you and I aren't normal people. We are not humans. We're werewolves. Remember, my angel, when I used to tell stories about werewolves, packs, alphas, betas? The stories that there are people who look like human, but they can change into wolves on the full moon. I was preparing you for this day, the day I will tell you the truth about our identity. I always wanted to tell you this, but I never had the time, and I was afraid that I'll die before I tell you the truth. I had chosen the day you turned 16, because on the next full moon you will transform. I wish to be with you on your first transformation. It will be a little bit painful, but as the time goes, the pain will disappear, and after you find your mate, your life will be complete, and I will find peace. I hope that you find your mate. He's going to be your one, only true love, and after he marks you, and you complete the mate bond, you will be inseparable. You can't change the decision of the moon goddess, because she will give you the best mate for you. Martha isn't your real mother. She doesn't know about werewolves. I married her after your mother passed away while giving birth to you. Your mother was my mate. She was a great she-wolf. I didn't tell Martha my secret, and you should not tell her. We can't expose ourselves to human. You belong to the Green Woods pack. You should go to Alpha Cooper. He was a good friend of mine. You should respect him. He is your leader. He will help you, and you will tell him about your situation, and he will decide what you will do until you find your mate and live with him. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this earlier. You deserve to know the truth, but I couldn't. I hope you can understand my situation. I know it's so confusing for you. Your life will change from now on. It won't be the same, but you have to live with the fact that you are a werewolf, and you can never change that. I know my little girl is strong, and she can go through everything. You are strong, baby girl. Remember that you are strong. I love you, and I know that you will make me and your mother proud of you. Your loving father, Arthur Stone. I was crying, but I don't know why. Am I crying because my father had died? Am I crying because I'm not living with my true mother and that my real mother had died before I had the chance to see her? Am I crying because my life was a lie and that I'm not human? Oh my goodness, I'm not human. So it was true. All these stories that he told me were true. I should accept this fact, and I should make my parents proud of me. It's so hard to believe my whole life will change, and this woman I'm living with isn't my real mother. Why should I stay with her? She wasn't treating me well from the day my father had passed. This was the reason. She doesn't want to keep me. My phone rang. It was Chloe. Hey girl, what are you up to? Nothing much. I'm at home. Do you want to come? We can have a girls' night, I said. So if you don't mind, we're going to celebrate your birthday. And how we will be celebrating my birthday. That means you don't mind. Okay, so dress up. I'm picking you up in an hour. Be ready. And she hung up. I put a dress on and some makeup, then headed downstairs ready for whatever Chloe will do tonight. As I was going to walk out of the door, Mom, or should I say my stepmother, shouted, "Where are you going? And why should I tell you? What is this new attitude, young lady? I don't accept this under my roof. Then I won't live under it anymore. Why are you acting this way? Do you even remember what day is this? Of course you won't. Only my mother will know this day. What are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know the truth. You don't have to keep acting like you're the caring mother. I want to thank you for helping my father so he can raise me. I think that my mother is also thankful. You can live now without thinking about me. You have a husband now. I'll be leaving forever. And I won't change this decision. I think it's goodbye then. Oh, and today was my birthday. I left. She didn't say anything. I think she wanted this but couldn't tell me. I made it easy for her. I don't care where I'll be living. Now I will go with my friend and have fun. After all, it's my birthday. I should be happy and enjoy it. I think I will go to Alpha Cooper, as my father had told me, and he will help me. I see Chloe waving from her red car. I get in the car and sit in the passenger seat. Hi, I greet. Hi. So, where are we going? It's a surprise. She starts driving, and I turn the radio on, and my favorite song comes on, Blank Space, for Taylor Swift, and we start singing along. I was happy. Chloe always can change my mood and make me happy. The new information that I knew earlier shot me. It was unbelievable. It's like I'm dreaming. Sure, my dreams are unbelievable, but definitely not like that. The world now looks like a lie. Everything wasn't like I used to see it. It all feels different. I was living in a lie my whole life. The car pulls in a parking lot, and I can hear loud music coming from the house in front of me. I look at my friend questing, but she was just smirking. We get out of the car and head to the house. Teenagers are everywhere in this mansion, drinking, dancing, playing, and of course, couples. I see Ethan, Chloe's ex, coming towards us with a huge smile on his face. Hey, love. He comes and kisses Chloe, then turned to face me. Happy birthday, Clara. And there I stand confusedly until Chloe speaks. So there was something I was willing to tell you about, but I forgot. Ethan and I, we got back together. But he cheated on you. Oh, that, well, it wasn't like that. It was his cousin. It was only a misunderstanding. I did mess up so much, but we just realized our faults and forgave each other. I'm so happy for you. I'll leave you two. Where are you going? You're not leaving this party. No, don't worry. I'm going to have a drink from the kitchen. I head to the kitchen, and in the middle, I see a big table filled with red cups. I pick up one and go back, but I couldn't find them. So I'm alone here. Great. I wondered in the house. The music was so loud and everyone was dancing everywhere. They seemed happy. How could anybody be that happy? Why can't I be happy? How could they dance and don't care about anything? I want to scream. This secret is eating me inside and I can't tell anyone about it. And if I want to tell them, what can I say? Hi, I'm not human. I'm a creature who turns into a wolf. They will freak out. They would kill me. It's like a dream that never ends. I wish it was one. I wish to wake up and see my mother in the kitchen preparing breakfast and father getting ready to go to work, but I know it will remain a wish. I started drinking a lot. I just wanted to forget everything and dance. I wanted to feel happy. I wanted to feel normal again. I think I drank over 12 full cups of alcohol, but I really don't care. I head to the dance floor and start dancing. When I'm dancing, I feel hands brushing to the bare skin of my waist. I turn around, and there was a guy holding my waist. I think he wants to dance with me, and I didn't mind. He started moving closer. His hands are trailing down my body under my dress. I tried so hard to get his hands off of me, but he didn't move. Then he took my hand and dragged me into a room. I couldn't find a way to escape. He started moving towards me, and he throws me on the bed that I didn't realize that was in there. He hovered over me and started kissing my neck. I started to scream and cry out loud. He put his hand over my mouth to stop my screaming and said, "Now be a good girl and stop screaming. It won't take long. It won't hurt." My body was trembling under him. Someone helps me. Oh God. As he was taking off my skirt, the door flew open, and I heard a loud growl, and in seconds, the freak was off of me, and there he was, my savior, Asher. He was punching the man and kicking him, and then my vision was blurring, and I started seeing black spots. The last thing I saw was Asher running towards me, and he caught me before I fell, and then everything went black. I'm lying on hard ground. It's uncomfortable, and I feel the wind blows and hit my skin, making me shiver. I sit straight on the ground. It's so dark in here. The moon is the only source of light that could help me to identify this place. I think I'm in the forest, but it isn't clear enough. There's an uncomfortable silence. I try to choose a path to go through, maybe to get back home. I mean, my stepmother's home. It doesn't belong to me anymore. I don't want anything to do with that woman. I really hate her. She has never been good to me anyway. She never treated me like her daughter, and I think I know now why that's why I won't be living with her. I'm only going back so I can take my and Dad's belongings and then leave her forever. I try to get up, but the noise that comes from behind the trees stops me in my track. I try not to move or scream, so whatever was there will go, but the sound gets higher and something big is coming towards me. It's still in the shadows, but even I can sense how big it seems to be. My legs won't move. As much as I want to stand up and start running, I can't move, and my heart is beating. It's like a ticking bomb that will explode in any minute. I see two yellow lights moving with him. I think it's his eyes. I waited until he was in front of me. The light of the moon is helping me to see him a little. It's a wolf. A giant, big, enormous wolf. He looks like a wolf, but with the size of a bear. His fur is pitch black. His yellow, glowing big eyes pierced in my soul. With each step he takes closer to me, my heartbeat gets louder and louder. It feels like the whole world can hear it. Boom, 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 boom. I stare up at the pink ceiling where I am right now. I look around and see that I'm laying in a pink bed. Chloe is on my left and in deep sleep. Turning to my right on the bed shelf, there's an old clock. The sound of the alarm is ringing very loud. But Chloe didn't wake up. She's a heavy sleeper, and she won't wake up if she has been drinking. I get up from the bed and look around because I don't remember anything from last night. I just remember going to a party with Chloe, and that's it. It all goes blur. There's nothing. It's like there are some hours that have been deleted from my brain. I'm in Lauren's bedroom. How do I know that? Apart from being here and spending half of my life or even more playing, chatting, sleeping in this room, a lot. And when I say a lot, it means you can never count the photos hanging on the walls are Chloe's. Chloe is girly, but way too much. She loves pink, shopping, clothes, makeup, jewelry, everything that any girl would love to do. Unlike me, I'm not like any girl. I don't really like these kind of things. It makes me sick. My head hurts so much. I think I drank too much yesterday. That's why I don't remember anything. I usually don't drink, but I think I wasn't that happy yesterday. Mom won't be happy when she knows about it, and also being out all night, I'm in so much trouble. I should call her so she won't worry. I searched for my purse. Where did Chloe throw it? After a couple of minutes, I found it under the bed. While opening it to get my phone out, an envelope caught my eyes. I opened it and started reading. Dear Clara, if you're reading this letter, that means I couldn't make it. I hope that you're not sad about it. I want you to be happy, and don't think that I'm not with you now because I'm dead. I'll always be with you wherever you go, and I know you will always make me proud of you. And there I remember the news my dad told me about the werewolf thing, about Martha. I don't feel like talking to her now. I tried to wake Chloe up, but I failed. That girl really loves sleeping. After half an hour of trying to wake her, my efforts failed, so I stopped and got to her closet. I picked up blue jeans and a white t-shirt. I took a quick shower and changed. I walked out of the bathroom, and there she is, still sleeping. I tried for the last time to wake her sleepy head, and fortunately she woke up. She went to the bathroom, and I headed downstairs to make us breakfast. Chloe's parents always go to work trips, so they're never home. I don't think she won't complain that I will stay a couple of days. I start making some pancakes. When I finished preparing the table, Chloe came. We sat and started eating. I was thinking, if I can stay at your house for a couple of days, and then… Yes, of course. Oh my God, we will have a lot of fun. And I won't be staying here alone. You know, my family is in a trip. We could have a girls' night. We will watch movies, go shopping. We could throw parties. Chloe kept talking all the morning about the fun things we will be doing. She is happier than I thought she would be. It's good that she accepted. Now I have the time so I can think about what I will do next. I should have my own house. I can't live with her a lot of time. She will suspect that something is wrong, and I don't want to tell her about my stepmother and the all-new drama. Unfortunately, today we have school, even though I don't want to go, but I have to. We go to school and we pass to our classes. I always loved math classes. Even though Chloe doesn't have it, I enjoy every second of it. The 3 periods of maths passed so quickly that I didn't know it was lunchtime. Walking down the hallway to go to the cafeteria, where I will meet up with Chloe, someone called my name. Clara, babe. I looked around and there he was, Tyler Hayes, my ex-boyfriend. We broke up 2 months ago, but he didn't accept it, and still, for now, he keeps on trying to get me back. He never loses hope. I'm not your baby anymore, Tyler, I say and keep on walking. I really don't want to start talking with him right now because if I do, I won't be having lunch. And more, I will be passing a class. He talks a lot. Who said so? I said it, and please leave me alone. I have to meet Chloe now. I don't have time to waste it on you. Chloe could wait. There's something important I have to tell you. And I don't want to know it. No, baby. I think you really want to know this, he says and grabs my hand, dragging me out of school to the forest. I try so hard to go away, but he is so strong and fast. We keep on walking in the forest until we reach a clearing. What do you want? I told you I don't want to talk to you. I have classes, yo. Calm down. I know that what I'm going to say right now is more important to you than school. Please talk now and don't take a lot of time so I can go back. You know, I don't really enjoy your company. How sweet of you. Are you going to talk or what? You don't have to be that angry. I only wanted to tell you that I know your little secret. That's all. Bye, babe, he says and starts walking back. Wait, what are you talking about? Which secret you're talking about? I don't have no secret. You know, baby, that I don't like people lying to me. Talk! Don't get that angry, Wolfie. What? Yes, I know. But how? Oh, baby, I did know that from the first day I saw you. But I know you didn't know back then because you were only 13, but now, after you're 16, of course Dad won't leave you without something to inform you that you are a werewolf. How did you know? That's easy, baby. It's because I'm a vampire. It's not that hard. A what? Vampire, he says, giving me a paper, and then he leaves. I open it and read it. Watch out for the next full moon this Friday, babe. I got back to school. The class has already started, but I didn't care. I was so shocked that I didn't see where I was walking. I was only thinking about what Tyler said. He was a vampire. Oh my God, a vampire like the ones that my father used to tell me stories about when I was little, that they hate werewolves. They drink blood. They drink blood. He's a vampire, and I used to date him. I used to date a vampire and was talking to him like 10 minutes ago. He could have drunk my blood. How could he go to school? He's a monster. He will hurt people around. But I'm a monster too. I turn into a wolf. I could also hurt people, but I don't want to. I don't like hurting people. I was walking down the hallway not looking where I was heading, and then I bumped into a hard wall and fell. Just as I was going to hit the floor, big, warm arms held me. I slowly opened my eyes to see him in front of me. My heart started bouncing. I felt tingles on my waist where he held me. Just looking in his eyes made me feel safe. I wanted to stay in his arms forever. Are you okay? He asks. Huh. His voice is amazing. I can keep listening to him all day. Are you okay? He asks again. Yes, I'm good. Yeah. Why I'm so nervous? Why can't I speak? What is this in your hand? What? No, there's nothing. Nothing. What are you hiding? No, I can't let him see it. If he sees the paper that Tyler gave me, he will start asking, what does it mean? And I can't tell him about... No, nothing. Not hiding anything. Why would I be hiding anything? There's nothing to hide. I'm absolutely sure that you are hiding something. Give me the paper now. I don't know why, but I couldn't refuse his request. No order. I don't know how he did it, but his tone had a lot of power, and I just couldn't. I immediately gave him the paper and lowered my head. I couldn't keep looking at those eyes that just 1 minute ago held kindness and worry, now held anger. What the fuck? Who gave you this paper? Tyler, I mumbled. Raise your voice so I can hear you well. Tyler, with a higher voice. Which one? Tyler Hayes. That son of a... When did he talk to you? At lunchtime. I didn't see neither of you in the cafeteria. Where were you? He took me to the forest. And why the hell did you go with him? He growled. He took my hand and dragged me to the forest. I tried, but I will kill him, he muttered, then said, What did he tell you? He told me that he was what? A vampire. This Friday you were coming with me. But, no. You're coming and that's final. And don't go near that Tyler again, understood? Fine. Good. Where are you staying now? I knew that you left your mother's house. She isn't my mother. I don't know why, but I felt that I should tell him. I'm staying now with Chloe. And then I remembered that I had to see Chloe. I told her that I will see her in the cafeteria, but Tyler took me to the forest and ruined my lunchtime, and I'm now late for the class. Who lives with her? She's now alone. Her parents are on a trip. Any brothers? No. Okay, then you could go. And with that said, he left me standing in the hallway, thinking what the hell just happened. 2 days before the full moon. I placed my tray of food on the table and sat beside Chloe. The cafeteria is full as usual. I was talking with Chloe when I felt someone looking at me. I looked around, searching for the one that is staring at me, and there he was, staring at me. Our eyes met, and then I felt like the world doesn't matter anymore. It was like we were the only two in this room. His look was intense, full of emotions. It was like he was looking through my eyes into my soul. Minutes felt like eternity. I couldn't stop gazing into his eyes. I felt someone nudge me. I hesitated before looking to my right. It was Chloe. What are you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at? She said slowly. No one. Ah, okay, so who are you looking at? That's better, right? No one, really. Tell me who is it? You know you can tell me anything. I looked around, and there he was, sitting on the table of the popular kids. Of course, he should be sitting there with that look of his. And to his left was sitting Ethan. Wait, does he know him? Look there, the one who's sitting to the right of Ethan.
Oh, do you mean Asher, Ethan's best friend? He told me that they had known each other since birth. They also live together in the same house, I think because Asher's parents are dead. But why are you looking at him? Oh my God, do you like him? No, it's just nothing important. Really, it's, oh, okay. It's just that he was watching me, and whenever I look around, he is there. Interesting. No, it's not. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I think he likes you. Are you kidding me? Someone as beautiful as him will like someone like me? It won't happen even in my dreams. Why are you talking like this? Are you blind? Can't you see how beautiful you are? Even when you wake up, you look beautiful. Every girl in this school puts makeup and tries her best to look good, but you don't put any makeup and you still look amazing. Oh, thank you. You look beautiful too, always. Now tell me, did you ever talk to him? Well, we take history together, and he invited me to his house this Friday. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And what did you say? I said yes. Amazing! Oh, I can't believe it! Okay, now tell me, how was your date with Ethan yesterday? She started telling me about the date, how it was perfect, how sweet and caring Ethan was. I think he loves her. He treats her like a queen. I glanced over Asher, and there I saw Brooke, the school's hoe. It's true, she literally slept with all the boys in school. Brooke was approaching Asher. My heart started beating faster with each step she takes closer to him. Why? Why I'm feeling like this? And then she sits on his lap and started kissing him. I quickly got up and started running out of the cafeteria, out of the school, and into the frost. There I felt my heart broke into pieces. Running through the woods, not knowing where to go, I stumbled with a stone and fell to the cold ground, where I hit my head hard enough that I started seeing dark spots. And before drowning in the dark, I saw Asher rushing towards me. Have some idea about my story? Comment it and let me know. Asher's Pav. I was sitting in the cafeteria, talking with Ethan about the rogues that had been coming to the board of the pack territory. I'm the alpha of my pack. We are the biggest and the strongest pack around. I've been the alpha since my parents died 9 years ago, when I was only 11 years old, and Ethan is the beta. Ethan was my friend since birth, and when I became the alpha, I couldn't find someone better than him to be my beta. His father and my father were best friends. His father was the beta, while my father was the alpha, and just like them, we grew up to be best friends. He has already found his mate 2 years ago. She's called Chloe. He was so happy the day he found her, and was talking all day about how beautiful she is, and that he can't wait to see her again. This is my first year in this school. There were some years that I didn't attend school because I was working in the pack. I had to make the pack strong, and this took me some years. But I came back to continue my studies, even if I'm 20 years old. Every werewolf needs a mate, and every pack needs a Luna. So I've been searching for my mate, and I finally found her. I found my beautiful mate Clara on the first day of school. Clara is the most beautiful girl I ever saw. She is gorgeous, so kind and delicate, so innocent, so pure, and she is just amazing. She is a werewolf. I knew it from her scent, that special drug that makes me forget everything and everyone. And this drug are made only for me, because she is mine, only mine. When I first met her, she came to me, and I warped my arms around her. She was where she belonged in my arms, where I can make sure that she is safe. It was obvious that her wolf was in control when she came to me. She had finally found her mate. My mate doesn't know much much about werewolves. In the past days after I found her, I made my researches and knew that her father is a werewolf and he died last year. Her mother died when she was giving birth to her, and she was living with her stepmother and her husband all this summer. I talked to Alpha Cooper. He's her alpha. He had told me that her father didn't tell her the truth. He wanted to tell her when she turned 16, but he died before. He had written a letter to inform her in case he died. An intoxicating scent of peach and mangoes hit my nose. I snapped my eyes to see my little mate entering the cafeteria and heading to the table where Chloe was sitting. I kept my gaze on her while she was talking with her friend, and then she started looking around until her eyes landed on mine, and then it felt like everything around us had disappeared, and that we were the only two persons in the room, and I couldn't hide my emotions. Emotions I never felt before. It was a great, amazing feeling. I could sit here all day only watching her eyes. After what felt like an eternity, she took off her eyes to look at her friend and returned to talk to her, but I didn't take my eyes off of her. I couldn't. She glanced another time before she continued with her talk. Minutes later, Brooke, the pack's hoe, came to me. She is always around me. She thinks that she is my mate, and she should be the Luna, but I don't give her any attention. I know she isn't my mate. She is only after the place of the Luna. Then suddenly she sits on my lap. I didn't understand what she was doing, and then she puts her lips on mine and started kissing me. I immediately pushed her to the floor. I looked around and I couldn't find my mate. I started running following her, since she had left the school and went to the way of the forest. I started running with all my power, and then I found her on the ground. She looked at me, and then she fainted. I rushed to her side and lifted her, going back to the pack house, and I mind-linked Ethan and told him, "Ethan, get back to the pack house right now, and get the pack doctor. It's important. It's my mate." I let out a loud growl when she didn't wake up after trying to several times to wake her up. 5 minutes later, I got to the pack house and headed immediately to my bedroom, and I put her down carefully on my bed, and there was the pack doctor waiting for me to put her down. He then asked me to get out. First I refused, but then I got out for the sake of my mate. After a while, the doctor got out and told me that she had hit her head on the floor. She will be fine. She only needs to rest. I thanked the doctor, and then I went back to the bedroom and sat on the chair beside the bed, watching my mate sleeping like an angel. Clara's POV. I felt the sunlight coming from the windows, even though I was closing my eyes. I tried to open them, but the light was so bright for them, so I tried to move my hands up to my eyes, but something was holding it. I quickly opened my eyes, ignoring the burning sensation I felt. I looked around the room I was in. Where am I? I looked to my right and saw someone holding my hand, but I couldn't see his face. I panicked. I don't know this place. I tried to get my hand out so I can run away. I felt uncomfortable with not knowing where I am. I was shaking my hand when this man started to move. He had his face buried in the bed while holding my hand. He was asleep, but not anymore. He started to lift his head, and then I saw him. It was Asher. I felt the anger rose in me again when the actions of yesterday reached into me. I remembered what happened when I was in the cafeteria, when Brooke kissed Asher, and then I ran to the forest and hit my head. I immediately got up, but then my head started to hurt. I held it with my hands. I couldn't stand the pain that I was feeling. I felt 2 hands laying me back down to the bed. Minutes later, the pain lessened. I looked up to see him looking at me. I saw in his eyes a look of worry, but it faded away. "Where I am?" I asked. "In my house," he replied. "Why I am here? I want to go back to Chloe's house." "No, you can't." "Why? You aren't healed yet. You have to rest before." "No, I don't want to. I want to go now," I snapped. "You aren't leaving this house until I say so," he growled. "But, don't try. I won't change my mind," I sighed. His words didn't keep any place to protest. I need, what do you need?" I need to change." "Okay, change. But I need some clothes." "I'll get you some clothes. Stay here. I'll be back soon." I nodded my head. He then walked out of the room. I tried to get up and find a way to escape, but as I sat up on the bed, the pain returned, and I let a cry of pain. Seconds later, Asher came rushing towards me. He held me tight, and then I felt the pain go as he touched me. Sparks spread through all my body. I felt so safe in his arms. I didn't want to go away. I wanted to stay in his hands all my life. I felt my cheeks heat up as I got his hand off of me. "What happened? Why were you crying?" "I tried to get up and then my head started to hurt." "Is it still hurting?" "No, I'm fine, thank you," I said. Did you get me some clothes?" "Yes, take those." He handed me black jeans and a red shirt. "But I don't think you can change by yourself because your head will hurt again. I will help you." No, I can change by myself. I only want to go to the bathroom. I don't think it would be a good idea." "No, that's okay. I can do it. I just need," I was saying while I was getting up. But then the world started spinning and I fell back on the bed. "See? You can't even get up. How would you change?" "I will help you, and that's final." He started undressing me. Firstly, he took off my shirt, and then his eyes darkened. He stared at me with lust in his eyes. I felt so embarrassed. I coughed, and he shook his head. and then he slipped the shirt over my head, and then he took off my pants, and quickly put the jeans on, trying not to look at my naked legs. When he finished, I asked, "How much time I have to stay here?" "I don't think you will ever leave." "And why is that? You can't tell me what to do." "That's because I'm your mate, and you will do as I tell you, and you will never leave my side." "Mate? Didn't your father explain the mate thing to you?" "A little bit, but that's First, there's someone who wants to talk to you, and then you can say whatever you want to say." He then said, "Alpha Cooper, you can come in." "Alpha Cooper?" I asked. I think my dad had mentioned him in his letter. "Yeah, he's the alpha that I should have went to, but I forgot because of everything that happened lately. Maybe he can get me out of here because I feel uncomfortable. Asher makes me feel..." A man enters the room, bringing me back from my thoughts. It's probably Alpha Cooper. He's tall and has a well-built body, green eyes, and fair skin. As his eyes landed on me, he said, "Clara Black," and I nodded. "Where's your father? It has been a long time since I met him." At the memory of my father, my eyes watered, my vision blurred, and my heart sank. I really loved my dad. He was the source of my happiness. He always said, "Happiness is the treasure of this world. I want you to be always happy. Only then you will be the richest person in the world." He always said, he won't leave me alone and that he will be always by my side. He promised me, but he didn't keep his promises. He left. He left me all alone here with no one with me. "He passed away this summer," I whispered. I couldn't let the sadness in my heart. I couldn't keep the tears from falling. Ever since my father died, I didn't cry because I know he wouldn't want me to cry, but now they fell down. I tried to be strong. I wanted to, but I wasn't strong enough. I was so embarrassed I didn't like anyone seeing me crying. I didn't like people seeing me as a weak person. I lifted my hand to brush the tears from my wet cheeks, but before my hand could reach its destined place, I felt a soft hand take the traitor's tears away, leaving sparks on its way. I lifted my head to see whose hand is this, and to my surprise, it was Asher's. He was sitting beside me on the bed. His eyes held some worry in them for a few seconds, but then it faded away, as he put a wall in front of his emotions. He kept his hand on my face for only a second, then he took it off when he realized what he was doing. But I wanted it to stay there. I wanted him near me. I don't know why, but it felt good. I felt somehow safe. It's so weird. "So Clara, can I talk to you alone?" asked Alpha Cooper. Before I can nod my head, I heard a loud, inhuman growl. It was Asher. He was so angry. I don't know why. "No, you can only talk to her when I'm here," he said sternly. Alpha Cooper seemed very pissed, but he didn't push it anymore. "Okay then, I want you to tell me what you know about a werewolf," Alpha Cooper demanded. I took a deep breath and started telling him. "Well, my father had left me a letter." I couldn't finish my sentence as Alpha Cooper interrupted me. "I know that he left a letter. He told me that he will write a letter for you in case he won't be alive when you're 16. He wanted you to know, but I don't know exactly what he wrote to you, so please continue. He told me that we are werewolves and that I will turn into a wolf on the next full moon. He did say that you're my alpha and that I should go to you so you can help me. That's all that was in the letter. But when I was younger, my father used to tell me bedtime stories about humans that can turn into wolves, but I forgot most of them because I never thought they were real," I said. And it was really that my dad used to tell me these stories. I never believed them. I thought they were legendary stories. I still, for now, can't believe it. It's crazy. I know you think that I'm overreacting, but it's not every day someone tells you that you will turn into a freaking wolf. Alpha Cooper cleared his throat and began talking. So I have to explain it all. Okay then. Firstly, you get born as a werewolf. You don't get a bite or anything else. It's in your genes. You start shifting after you're 16 on the full moon that comes right after your birthday. After this full moon, you can shift whenever you want to. There's also a pack, and everyone in the pack have a role. There's the alpha that rules the pack. He makes sure that everyone is all right, don't need anything, and safe. Then there's the beta, who is the second in command. He helps the alpha with the work. And then there's the delta, who train warriors. There's the Luna. She is the alpha's mate. She's his equal, and she helps him with the pack. Everyone in the pack should obey the alpha's commands. But who goes against the rules will get kicked out of the pack and will live his life as a rogue. You should know that werewolves have abilities. They are so fast and strong. We can smell, see, and hear better than humans, and we can communicate with mind link. You can also talk to your wolf, but you had shut off your communication with your wolf for years. I think she's a little bit upset. There was this time when I heard something in my head, but I couldn't know what it was. What did it say? It said... I trailed off as I looked with the corner of my eye. I saw Asher looking my way. I cleared my throat. It said, "It's our mate." Asher shot up from his seat that was in the corner of the room and rushed towards me and asked, "When? When what? When did it say that?" I lowered my gaze and muttered in a low voice that I don't think he could hear it. "When I first met you." He smirked for a moment, but then it disappeared. Why does he always hide his feelings from me? I should ask him one day. So because you had found your mate, you should stay in his pack, so you don't have to fly over my pack. I'm so sorry for your loss, Clara. Your father was a great man. I hope you can find happiness with your mate, and I hope I can see you again. And with that, he left the room, leaving me alone with Asher, again. So, you're a werewolf too, I said. Yes, I am, Asher replied. But there's this mate thing that he didn't talk about. What is it? Asher? Yes, he said looking at me. What is a mate? Asher's pove. What is a mate? She asked, and I didn't know what I should tell her. I don't think she is prepared to know this now. She could freak out. She seems a bit shocked because of all the werewolf information. I don't know what it would be her reaction when I tell her she will live all her life with me. It's the sound of the door opening cut me, and in there, Ethan enters. Thank God he helped me to get out of this. Alpha, there's something very important you have to see, he said. Then he looked behind me, and there was Clara, wide-eyed as she saw Ethan there. I think she knows him. You're a werewolf. Yes, I am. Does Chloe know about you? Of course she knows. She is one herself, but she had never told you because you're human, or she thought you were. So please don't be mad at her.
Oh, okay,
What do you want? I asked her.
Can I go to her?
No, you can't leave, I said sternly.
If you want, she could come to you.
She's already here, Ethan suggested.
I don't mind, she can come, but you can't leave without my permission, understood?
Yes, she answered.
She seemed annoyed, but I can't let her go away just like that. Plus, she isn't living with her stepmother anymore, so she will be living here with me. Today is the last day before breaks. Clara had slept for a whole day, so I have a long time in training her. It will be so hard. I'll be back in an hour. And with that said, I left the room, leaving my lovely mate alone. Clara's pove. After he left, Chloe entered the room, closing the door after her, taking slow steps towards me. She was irritated. She thinks I'm mad at her. I'm not that mad. Sure, I'm angry at her because she didn't tell me. But then when I knew, I didn't tell her too. So we're even now. Sort of. Clara, hey. How are you? She asked. I don't like this Chloe who acts guilty. Chloe isn't that type of people who feels that way. Hey, come here. I know everything. You don't have to feel awkward. Really?
You know everything. Like everything? Yep. Aren't you mad at me? Of course, I said. Her expression changed into a sad face. Not, you are my best friend, I can never be mad at you. And besides, when I found out, I didn't tell you either, so I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Okay, let's stop this sorry competition. I'm hungry. I want chocolate. The usual, Cece. So, chocolate. Let's go then, she said. Come on, move your lazy butt. Grabbing my hand, she tugged me towards the door. We went downstairs. Asher has a big house. I nearly got lost, but thanks to Chloe here, I didn't. When we reached the kitchen, I froze on my track. Oh my God. So, pancakes and Nutella? Said Chloe, opening the fridge. I went to sit on the counter, waiting for the food to come, hoping that this meal will change my mood for the rest of the day. Yes, I said, smiling. So when did you know about it? Chloe asked, while putting a plate of the heavenly-smelling pancakes. Knew what? I asked, opening the Nutella jar. I like Nutella so much. Who doesn't? That you are a werewolf. Oh, that. Remember the letter my dad left me for my 16th birthday? In it, he told me about us being werewolves. But your mother isn't one, right? If she was, she would have told you instead of your father's letter. She is my stepmother. My real mother had died giving birth to me. Oh my God. That's a lot to take. You could have told me. How are you feeling now? I was so confused at first. My life had changed. I had never thought this would be real, but I will get used to it. Besides, you're with me. You will help me through it, won't you? Of course I will, she said, finishing her plate and taking it to the sink to wash it. So what about Asher? I froze when she said his name. What about him? When did you know you are mates? Oh, that. I don't know how. It was before my birthday. We were talking in the hallway, remember? On the first day of school? And then, I don't know what happened. My legs started to move on its own towards him. He held me in his arms and told me I was his. Then my wolf said it's our mate. Wow, what happened next? Nothing. The bell rang and I ran to the bathroom. I didn't know back then about werewolves. What do you know about mates then? Chloe asked. No one told me about it, I said. Then an idea popped into my head. So Chloe, I was wondering if you could tell me about it. No, and no. I can't. I'm not the right person to tell you this. It should be the alpha. He's the one who should explain it. Okay, then I should ask Asher. We stayed in the kitchen chatting. I really like Chloe. She's my best friend for a reason. She can make me happy in my saddest times. She was always by my side. Suddenly, I heard a loud growl. We turned our heads towards the door, and there was standing a livid Asher shooting glares at me. Why is he that angry? He stormed towards me. Then he grabbed my hand and pulled me off my seat. He then dragged me after him. Hey, let me go! I snatched my hand and turned to go back to the kitchen, but then I didn't feel the floor under my feet. Asher had lifted me up and carried me running to the bedroom in supernatural speed. He put me down on the bed and went to close the door. I think I made myself clear when I told you that you shouldn't go out of the room, he said in a low voice that made chills go down my spine. I was hungry and went down to eat. But it isn't good for you to go out. You hadn't recovered yet. You fell on your head, for God's sake. I'm better now. I had slept for 24 hours, and my head isn't hurting me now. Even though you should have never disobeyed me. I told you not to go out from this room. You could have asked someone to get you anything to eat. I'm sorry, I forgot, okay? Asher ran his hand through his hair and then opened the door and went out, leaving me alone. I don't know why he's overreacting. I just got out of the room, it's not a big deal. But he had to make a fuss about it. It hurt me when he left. He left me alone. I didn't like the way he talked to me, but he was here with me, and now he isn't. His presence makes me feel safe. My eyes heaved, so I got under the sheets. I will have a nape. This argument made me feel tired. I tagged this book. Come and support me with a thumbs up. 5 hours later. I woke up looking around the room, but no one was there. He didn't return yet. What should I do now I'm bored and can't go downstairs? I don't want to make him upset more than he is right now. Looking around, I spotted a bookshelf. I like reading. It makes me go on adventures and live new lives. I got up and went towards it looking for these wonderful books. I never thought that Asher liked reading. And then a book had caught my eyes, so I got it and went to sit on the chair in the corner of the room. I really like the story of Anna Karenina. This woman had got into a lot of trouble because of the love of her life. She left her husband and her only son so she could be with Alexei Vronsky, the handsome man who charmed her and loved her. She didn't care about the community and what people said about her. Then she got sick, where she asked her husband to forgive her. It was when her husband and her lover sat on her bed together looking at her dying, but she got well after. There's this time when she went to the theater and a woman said she won't sit beside her because she had made sins. And then she starts getting jealous over Alexei and she thinks that he doesn't love her anymore, so she throws herself in front of the train and dies. This novel is amazing, even if its end was tragic. But the love that Anna held to Vronsky was amazingly unconditional. Love was all she cared about. Reading pages after pages, my eyes had betrayed me and shut down, leaving me having another nap on the chair. Asher's POV. I got back to the pack house after hours, letting myself cool off and letting my wolf relax by running through the woods. We were so angry that our mate had disobeyed us. I know she had forgotten. She is new to this, and it's all overwhelming. I shouldn't have been so angry at her. I want to apologize, but I had never apologized to anyone my whole life. And then I remember Clara isn't just anyone. She's my mate, my lovely, sweet, cute little mate. It's okay. It's only for her. I got up to my bedroom. I entered, closing the door behind me. I looked at the bed, but my mate wasn't there. I panicked. I started looking around, my wolf worrying about his mate. I turned around and there I saw my beautiful mate sleeping on the chair in the far corner of the room, holding a book to her chest. She looked so peaceful, like an angel sleeping. I held her in my arms and lifted her from the chair and went towards the bed. Clara's POV. I felt myself being lifted, and minutes later, I felt the soft mattress under me. Then warm arms engulfed me, and my back had hit a hard chest. Then the melodic voice of my mate echoed in my ear saying, "I'm really sorry, please forgive me." And then I dipped into the sea of dreams. The next morning, I woke up to an empty bed. It felt so cold. I got up and went to the bathroom. I took a shower and got out to find clothes on the bed with a note. I took the note and read it. These are some clothes you could wear, and when you finish, get down for breakfast. There were blue jeans, a white crop top, and a purple jacket. I got them on, and fortunately, they fitted. All the way from the bedroom to the kitchen was filled with people walking fast. It was a bit confusing. I got to the kitchen, and there was Chloe. "Hey, good morning," she said. "Good morning. How are you?" "Well, it's me who should be asking you. How did it go yesterday? Let's not talk about it." "So why there are so many people out there? What's happening?" "They're preparing for the full moon tonight." A voice came out from behind. I turned around and there he was, Asher, leaning on the doorframe, and oh, he looked sexy. Even with normal clothes, he still looked amazing. We stood there for a while, not saying anything. His eyes looked into nowhere like he was in deep thoughts. And then Chloe said, I have to go. I will see you tonight. Okay. So, are you hungry? Asher asked, to my surprise. I didn't think he would ask me this. Why? Do you know how to cook? Well, I can make breakfast, some baking, and some dishes my grandma had taught me to do when I was younger. Wow, that's a lot. I never thought that you can cook. Well, I'm a lot more talented than you think I am. Okay, then I will make it easy for you. I just want pancakes. All right then, take a seat and wait. Your breakfast will be done in minutes. I sat on the chair waiting for my food to finish. Asher got the ingredients out and started doing the mix. He looked like an expert. 10 minutes later, a plate of delicious pancakes was placed on the table in front of me. So taste it and tell me your opinion, Asher said. I took a bit, and I was astonished. It was amazing. Never did I ever taste something like that my whole life. It's amazing. You really are a good cooker. How did you do this? You should teach me how to do such amazing pancakes. I hope my mate is satisfied. That's all that matters, Asher said, and I felt a blush creep my cheeks and a small smile appeared on my lips. I couldn't keep the eye contact, so I lowered my head, looking at my plate. Asher raised his hand to my face and gently lifted it and said, Don't you ever take your eyes off of mine, and don't hide that beautiful face away from me. I felt my cheeks getting redder. Oh my God, what does he do to me? So it's the full moon today. What will happen? Don't worry, I will be with you all the time. It will hurt a little because it's your first shift, but you will get used to it. So where it will be? In the woods. Don't worry, I will be with you. You should trust me. I do trust you. Good, he said, getting up and holding my hand so I can get up too. Now I have some work to do. I won't see you until evening. You can do whatever you want, but please don't get out. It's a bit dangerous. Oh, and I got someone to go to your house and get your belongings. They will be here soon. You can put your things up in my room. I would appreciate if you can give me a room of my own. Okay, but it will be near mine. You should always be near me. He then started walking towards me, and I felt my heart start pounding faster in my chest. He was extremely close. He bent down to my level, his lips brushing my ears. He said, See you later, love. And then he kissed my cheeks, and like that he left, leaving me amazed. He's so sweet and kind. I think I really like him. I got up and went to clean the dishes as someone enters the kitchen. I turn around and see a man who looks in his 20s with a big built and good-looking face, but not as good as Asher. Blue eyes that hold some warmth in them. He clears his throat and says, Your things arrived and they had been moved up to your room. Oh, thank you. Could you lead me to it? Of course, Luna. The day was full of activities. People had been working all day. It was like they were preparing for a party. They were setting things in the back of the house, or as they call it, pack house. Behind the house, there's a forest. It looks so big and deep, so they were set in front of the woods. I went to my room that they gave me. It was across from Asher's. It took me a couple of hours to put things in their right place as I see them are. I think I will be living in here for a long time because Asher always says that I should stay beside him. He said he will explain everything later after the full moon. I feel like there's a big responsibility waiting for me after this day. I see it in the eyes of the people living here. It's like they expect something big from me. It is the same feeling when they call me Luna. What if I'm not like they expect me to be? I don't know how to be what they want me to be. It's so frustrating. I shouldn't be thinking about this right now when I should be preparing myself for what is coming next. Oh, God helps me. A quick knock on the door had brought me back from my thoughts. Come in, I said before the door had opened, revealing a woman who looked in her 40s. She had short red hair, blue eyes, and a warm smile that was plastered on her face. She stepped in as she said, Good evening, Luna, with a quick bow. We will be starting the celebration in a few minutes. The Alpha is waiting for your presence. Oh, all right. I'm going. Oh, okay, I'm getting down. Right. It's okay. You don't have to be nervous. Do you want me to call the Alpha? Oh, yes, no, well, I don't know. Oh my God. Asher's Pav. I was waiting outside in the background of the pack house. All the members of the pack were down there. It was a big celebration. Their Luna will be shifting for the first time. It was a tradition that if the Alpha finds the Luna before she had shifted, there will be a celebration on her first time. It is rarely made because it's so rare for an Alpha to meet his Luna this young. I was so happy for celebrating this important event, Clara's first shift. and I will be the first one to see it, and the only one who will help her through it, and the only one who will teach her how to get used to it. I had sent one of the females so she can get Clara, but she had taken a lot of time. The moon will soon come out, and my beautiful mate hadn't come yet, and we can't begin the celebration without the Luna. In the end, it's all about her. I was looking at the doors when suddenly they busted open, and there Holly, the lady I had sent after my mate, rushed out. She looked a bit worried as she was searching the crowd as her eyes landed on me. She came running towards me. As she reached me, she quickly bowed and started, "Alpha, the Luna is panicking. She isn't agreeing to come with me. Her breaths are so quick and I think you should come and see her." As I heard that my mate isn't feeling good, I started running up towards her room, ignoring the confused looks on the passengers' faces. Clara's Pove. I started to panic. It's something new to me, and I never was good at handling new things. My body started to shake, and my legs felt weak as I couldn't keep standing up. I sat on the bed so I don't fall to the floor. Suddenly, the door opened, and there enters Asher. He runs to me and goes to his knees and holds my hands, rubbing circles on their back and making chills go down my spine as I start to relax a bit. His presence makes me relieved and safe in kind of way. I could see the concern in his eyes, and it makes my heart break to see him in this situation, and it's all my fault. "Hey baby, it's okay, I'm here," he cooed as he got up to sit beside me on the bed as he wraps his arms around my shoulder, and I rest my head on his chest, feeling it rise up and down each time he takes a breath, and instantly I feel relaxed, and all thoughts have gone as his touch is the only thought that consumes me. "Now tell me what's wrong." "I'm afraid," I mumbled, and I doubt if he heard it, but he did as he caresses my arm. "Afraid of what, love? Haven't I told you that it's gonna be okay? I really can't handle new things. I'll be with you all night and make sure you're all right. You can trust me." "I do trust you," I say back as I look up to his eyes. Then he takes my hand and pushes me up as we stand in the room holding each other's gaze. "So what are we waiting for?" He interlocks our fingers and starts walking out of the room and down the stairs into the back doors. We stood in the background of the house, and there was really a lot of people. Lights were everywhere, lightning through the night, as the moon didn't come out yet. The lights were placed to look like an entrance to the woods. In a swift motion, Asher lifted me from the ground, holding me bridal style. I yelped and glared at him. "Hey, what the hell is wrong with you?" I yelled so only he could hear. "Put me down!" I felt so embraced by his act, my cheeks burnt a bright red. Tingles shot down my body as his arms are holding my back and the back of my knees. I lowered my head so he can't see my flushed face. "It's a tradition. I have to carry you into the woods. It has to be done right," he whispers into my ear, his hot breath tickling my earlobe, sending shivers down my spine, making my face redder as I tug my head down more. "Don't you ever hide your face away from me," he says, tightening his grip around me. "Look at me," he growled lowly when I didn't look up. I hesitantly look up to meet his gaze, and there I see them as they had turned black, filled with lust. I had been staring at his eyes, captivated by them for a long time that I didn't realize that we had stopped. I look around. We had stopped at a clearing. The people had rounded us, as Asher stands in the middle. I look up to the sky and see another light lightening the darkness other than the stars. I can see a moon in the middle of the sky, and not just any moon. It was a full moon. As I was looking at it, I felt captivated by it. It was like I can't take my eyes off of it. And then, a string of pain shot through my body. Every second, the pain increases. I felt my bones start breaking as I heard it too. The sound made me cringe. Then hair started to grow on my skin. Asher lowered me to the ground but stayed by my side as he promised earlier. My dress started shattering. There was a time when I couldn't contain the pain, so I closed my eyes with difficulty, as if the moon was keeping me from closing them with some kind of force that only I can feel. I let out a loud cry, a very long one, as I started to feel my body smaller, hairy, and my cries started to sound more like an inhuman growl. And suddenly all the pain, all the crises, all the growls, it just stopped. I opened my eyes. Slowly at first, I saw a pair of shoes in front of me. I tried to lift my head, but it felt weird in a kind of way, and I just couldn't do it. Then I saw that Asher had crouched beside me, looking at me with pure admiration. I tried to lift my hand to hold his, but instead of my hand, I saw a paw, an actual wolf paw. I had complex emotions. I was afraid, shocked, confused, curious, but mostly I was kind of excited. Yes, I never expected myself to feel excited out of all things. I looked up again, but I didn't see the people who accompanied me here, but at their places, I saw wolves. I was a bit afraid of them, so I went to look at Asher for some confront, but there I saw a giant black wolf standing right beside me on the place that not a moment ago was accompanied by Asher. And then I remembered. I once had a dream about a wolf who looks just like this one. Back then, that wolf made me uncomfortable and scared, but surprisingly, this one didn't. Instead, I felt safe around him. I wanted to hide behind him from the eyes of the other wolves. I felt attracted to him in a kind of way. "Are you okay?" A sound echoed in my mind. It was a masculine voice, one that sounded familiar. It was weird. It scared me. "It's okay, baby girl. It's me, Asher. I'm talking to you through MindLink." I look up to the wolf beside me. He looks into my eyes and nods his head. "Could you try to talk to me?" Asher? I said. That sounded more like a question. "Okay, now Clara, I'm going to come near you to help you get up and start walking." "Okay, do they have to watch?" I asked, hesitated. "No, it's okay. You could just tell them yourself." "But I don't know how." "Okay, so you have to think of them all, just like you do it with me. Focus on them and tell them what you want." So I did as he said. I tried to focus on the people. It was a little bit hard, but I tried. After a moment of concentrating and thinking, I said, Can you please, leave us?" And then I heard a lot of voices in my head that said in union, "All right, Luna." Minutes later, no one was there, just Asher and me. That made my heart thump hard against my chest. We were so close that it made me more and more nervous. He lowered his head on my stomach and tried to lift me up. I was hesitant to do so. It felt weird to put pressure on my paws, but I managed to stand up on them. My legs felt a little wobbly. Asher got behind me and started to push me lightly. I took 2 steps and collapsed on the floor. Asher came back to help me stand up again. "I want to stand by myself, please." Asher walked some steps back to watch me. It was strange that he is watching me doing such a thing. I felt myself like a baby learning to walk. It was embarrassing. I'm taking too long to learn to do a simple task like walking. These people are experts in this thing, and here I am taking forever to just get up. Hey, you don't have to be embarrassed," Asher said through MindLink. "It's okay, everyone's first shift is hard. I too had a lot of difficulties doing it for the first time. But like I already said, don't worry, I'm here. I'll help you." I stopped trying to get up and just stared at him, frozen in my place. How did he know what I was thinking? "I can read your mind," he said again. "But how? I can't read yours. Werewolves can't read minds, can they?" "Baby, you were saying it out loud in your head, so it was like you were mind-linking me." "Oh, okay. So how could I just not let you, hear my mind?" "You have to just think of a wall that you put between us. Between the pack, too." I closed my eyes and just did as he told me. I tried to put a wall, and I think it went well. I went back trying to get up on my own, and my attempts were successful. Then slowly I started to take small steps forward. It felt kind of weird to walk on your fours, but thankfully I didn't fall. Minutes later, I started to walk without hesitation as Asher was walking beside me, making sure I was doing good. "So, do you think that we could go for a run? It will be really fun." Asher's voice echoed in my head. I paused for a moment and looked at him, then nodded my head. "We will go on slowly for you so you won't trip," he said as he started running slowly, and I just went on behind him, looking on the ground, trying not to fall. Not paying attention to my speed as I bumped into something and fell to the ground. I looked up and realized that I bumped into Asher as he also was on the ground beside me. He got up and turned to look at me while I was getting up. "I think you should be the one on the front. It's better so I can make sure you are safe." I felt butterflies in my stomach. He wanted to protect me. I always felt safe with him. I started running again in front of him, and I started picking up my pace, taking him out of guard. And then we started racing. It was clear that Asher was slowing down. He could have beaten me, but he was only running closely behind me. 15 minutes later, I felt tired as we reached a small lake. So we stopped there. I sat down on the ground facing the lake. Asher was walking on the edge of the lake looking at the water. He then lowered his head and started drinking the water. At first, I thought it was weird to drink like that. But then I felt thirsty, so I stood up and walked to his side. "How do you do it?" I mind-linked him. Mind-linking is becoming easy for me, and I'm managing to keep my thoughts for me. It's a bit hard to keep them from Asher thought, but I'm trying. "You mean drinking from the lake?" he asked, and I just nodded my head waiting for his answer. "It's very easy actually. You just have to lower your head, get your tongue out, and with it, you have to get the water. Simple. Just like this." He then did just like he told me, and I went on with his lead. I lowered my head, got out my tongue, and took a gulp of water. It felt exciting. I got up and started jumping around. I don't know why, I just felt happy that I could drink in wolf form. I was jumping around happily as Asher was sitting on the ground watching me. I was happy for being a wolf. Kind of strange, but I liked it. Suddenly, I heard a sound. It was coming from a distance. Apparently, it wasn't just me that heard it, as Asher stood up quickly and came to my side while I stopped jumping and started looking around, feeling fear grow in my heart. Asher stood in front of me in a protective way, looking all around, trying to make out the source of this strange sound. and then I heard another sound coming from behind the trees across the lake. Every time it sounded louder, nearer. From the shadows of the trees emerged a figure of a man. As he kept walking, I could see his face from the low light provided from the moon. It was Kevin. He started approaching us with a smirk plastered on his face, amusement showing in his eyes. Going around the lake and stopping in front of a growling Asher who didn't seem too happy with his presence. One minute, there was a wolf standing before me, and the other, there was a naked Asher. I instantly dropped my eyes to the ground, embarrassed. I noticed some clothes attached to Jacob's left leg. When I was certain that he is fully clothed, I look up, but I can't see anything except Jacob's back. His muscles were tense. He didn't seem pleased with Tyler's presence, though he was angry and pissed of him being here. You could still sense the power radiating from him. "Look what we have here," says Kevin. I knew him from his voice, as Asher was still blocking my view, so I walk slowly to the right without making any kind of noise, as I don't want Asher to know that I'm watching the scene. "What is my beautiful girlfriend doing out here in a full moon night?" "She is not your girlfriend," Asher growls, seeming very angry and possessive over me. And I don't know, I liked it. I liked his possessiveness. "Oh, believe me, she will be again. She was and will always be mine. After all, she can't resist my charm." Asher starts growling very loud at hearing what Kevin just said. He starts taking threatening steps forward. "How dare you to talk like that about my mate? My mate! Do you hear me? She's mine. Mine only." As I was watching what was happening, feeling fear, I suddenly started to whimper, feeling pain consumes me. My legs felt so weak that they couldn't keep me standing up, so I fell to the ground with a loud thud, and it seemed to get the attention of Asher and Kevin as they turned to look at me on the ground. As soon as Jacob's eyes land on me, he comes rushing very fast to my side. I closed my eyes. I couldn't stand the pain anymore. It was too much. I felt a hand on my back. I knew it was Jacob's from the sparks that I felt there even through the pain. "You're shifting back." The moon had disappeared. "It will be okay, baby. You can do it. Just a little bit more. I know you're strong enough." It felt like the pain of earlier this night is coming back, but this time it was a bit different. My back and legs started to elongate along with my front legs. I felt a big amount of pain, but then it all stopped and I only felt cold. I opened my eyes to see myself lying on the ground naked. Before I had the chance to lift my arms so I can hide my body, a t-shirt slid through my head. It was Asher who had put it, as he's now only wearing his pants. I started getting up as Asher helped me. All this time, Kevin was watching silently, but not for too long. "Nice to see you in your human form again. You look much better, darling." So like I was just saying, I can't miss my girlfriend first shift. Good to see that everything is working well. Don't want to make you feel more tired, honey. I'll see you on Monday. Have fun, and stay away from these dogs. They bite, Kevin said, and in a second, he disappeared. Asher was breathing heavily, pacing around. He looked angry. He was ready to break something, or should I say, someone. Kevin's words hit him hard, but I don't know why. It's the usual Kevin. He always says stupid things. It hurts me to see him upset like this, so I approached him, even though my body felt weak, and rested my hand on his shoulder, but he threw it away harshly that I fell to the ground. All my body hurt, and a whimper left my lips. Asher turned around so quickly I thought he would break his neck. He knelt in front of me and started lifting me up slowly, as if I would break any time now. He looked worried but didn't say anything. Asher held me in his arms and started walking through the woods. I didn't protest as I was so tired to do so. Minutes later, the lights in the backyard of the pack house came in sight. It was so early. The sun hadn't come out yet. All the way to my room, there only was silence. Asher entered my room and put me on my bed gently, put the covers over my body, and then leave my room, closing the doors without even a glance at me. Tears started to burn my eyes, but I brushed them off as I tugged myself harder down in my pillow and let the sleep overpower me. The next morning, I wake up feeling my body sore. I looked around my empty room, not knowing what I'm really searching for. I smell his scent, but he isn't here. I look down at my body, and there, I find that I didn't change from Asher's t-shirt. I stand up and make my way to the bathroom to take a hot bath so I can relax my muscles. Yesterday's events were exhausting. After a long bath, I approach my closet and choose my outfit of the day, a blue sundress with white flats, as I braid my hair. It was still 10:15 in the morning, so I thought I would go down to have some breakfast. After yesterday, I feel so hungry. The house wasn't as crowded as yesterday, but you can still see a few people here and there. Upon reaching the kitchen, I saw a plate full of bacon, waffles, and eggs with a glass of orange juice. Next to it was a note. I took it and it reads, "Luna's breakfast." So I took the delicious plate and sat on a stool and dug into the food. After I finished my breakfast, breakfast, I took the plate to the sink and washed it. I then left searching for someone I know. The house was so big, I started walking into hallways after hallways and getting upstairs and going into rooms, but I failed to find someone. But then I remembered that I learned how to mind link, so I tried to think of Chloe. Chloe, hey, it's me, Clara. Oh yes, Cece. What's wrong? I was searching the house for you. Where are you? I'm running in the woods with some friends. If you want, I will come. Oh no, don't. I'll be fine. Are you sure? Yeah, absolutely. Have fun. I'm so bored and I don't want to be left alone here. Where's Asher when he's needed? And then I thought, why don't I just mind link him and probably spend some time with him? So I tried. Asher? Where are you? No response. Ugh, you too. Great, so I'm left alone here. I continued walking in no specific way, my eyes on the ground and grumbling to myself, not really paying attention to where I was going. I stumbled into someone. We fell to the floor, me on top of him. I opened my eyes to see the most beautiful blue eyes I ever met. I felt myself laying on a very toned chest. He was breathtaking. I stared at him for a while, but then I came back from my dreams as I realized where I am, or better, how I am. I quickly got up from him as he too got up and caught awkwardly. I started rambling apologies, but it was when I took a better look at his face that I realized who he was. Finn, I said, pointing at him with a smile on my face. So you remember me, he said, chuckling. Of course I do. How can I forget? We're partners in math. And then I frowned. But what are you doing here? I'm a werewolf. I live here. He paused. Smiling, he said, Actually, I have a rank. I'm the Delta. Oh, the one that trains the warriors, right? That's me. We started walking as he continued. So, did you sleep well yesterday? Yes, I was so tired because of the... He cut me off by saying, shift. Yes, the first one is the hardest. Oh, so you were there yesterday? Of course, everyone in the pack had to go. After all, not every day the Luna has her first shift being with her alpha's pack. We enter a room, and I suppose it's the living room. We take a seat on a couch and continue our chat. So, Finn, do you have a mate? I didn't find her yet, Luna. Hey, don't call me that. My name is Clara. But, no buts. You are my friend. I don't like these formalities with my friends. As you wish, Clara. So tell me, what were you doing before you crashed into me in the hallway? Oh, that. Actually, I was lost. Lost? Yes, this place is new to me, and it's too big. I was bored searching for something to do. You won't be bored anymore. Your entertainment has just arrived at your service. But don't you have work to do? Training starts at 5 a.m. and finishes at 10 a.m., so I finish work early, and I'm usually free all day. And today is your lucky day because I'm free for anything you want to do. Great! So, what are you thinking of? Why won't you show me the house first, so I won't get lost again? He quickly got up and stood in front of the door, and with a small bow, he said, Ladies first. So we spent the next few hours walking through the hallways of the house. I learned that the pack house has 4 floors, 2 kitchens, 7 living rooms, 1 big dining hall, a ballroom, some offices, and a huge number of bedrooms and bathrooms. It was 3:30 p.m. when we finished the tour, and Finn suggested to take me for a walk into the woods. We went on as he showed me the border of the pack, and then we went to the lack. We sat there and chatted all day. We got to know each other better. When the sky started to darken, we made our way back to the house. As we got there, we made our way straight to the dining room. Asher's POV. It was 7 p.m., and still, for now, Finn and Clara hadn't come yet. Finn had already informed me that they were out in the woods. It was dinner time, and all the pack was in the dining room waiting for me, as I was waiting for them to come back. But I didn't want to make the pack wait, so I entered the room and sat at the very top table. It was only for the Alpha, the Beta, and the Delta, along with their families. I sat at the head of the table. To my left sat Marco, and beside him was sitting his mate Chloe, as my right remained empty. It's where Clara was supposed to be sitting. I didn't touch my plate, as I was wondering where were they? What were they doing? I grew so worried about them. As I was going to get up to search for them, the doors opened and both Clara and Finn entered. Clara was laughing at whatever Finn was saying, but she stopped when she glanced around the room where all the pack members watched her. Her eyes searched the crowd as they landed on my fiery ones. Your gift is the motivation for my creation. Give me more motivation. Clara's POV. And then Asher came with clothes and got us out of the lake, Finn said, chuckling. Oh my God, I laughed. It was so embarrassing with all the girls watching us as we got out of there covered with mud, and we were only 16 years old back then, he said while opening the dining doors. I started laughing at what he said, as he was telling me a story about when he and Ethan were trying to hit on girls who were already mated, and how these girls' mates had humiliated them. Before we entered, there was some noises coming out of the room, but when we entered, it fell in silence. Everyone was looking at us, but I felt 2 pairs of eyes burning through me. I searched the crowd, and then I saw him. He was sitting at the end of the room, on a little stage where a table was set. I think it was for the ones who held a rank. Finn put a hand on my back, leading me to the famous table. He sat on a chair at the end of the table. As I was going to grab the seat next to him, a growl interrupted me. It was Asher. "Your seat is on my right," his voice echoed in my head. I stopped pulling the chair and just stared at him. I couldn't move. I was stoned. Another growl came from him that made me jump out of my place and hurriedly go and sit next to him. As I sat, everyone continued with their meal and conversation as nothing had happened. I stayed still for a bit, but then I started filling my plate. Honestly, I was really hungry. I filled my plate with a steak and some potato wedges. It looked mouth-watering. I lifted my fork and knife to start with my meal, but then I looked to my left to see Asher staring at me, his plate untouched. I frowned at him and sat down the utensils. "What's wrong? Why aren't you eating?" I ask, but he doesn't answer. Asher, if you don't like the food, if you want, I can make you something else." "Why did you came late?" He interrupted me. Don't you know it's dangerous outside and at this time?" "But I was with Kay." "I don't care who you were with. You should have never gone without asking me, and you should have not stayed out until it was dark." "Well, I'm sorry I couldn't tell you before I got out, and that was because I couldn't reach you all day. I was so bored and alone, and I didn't know what to do, but you didn't think of how I was feeling. You were just thinking of me staying by your side for your own satisfaction," I said, and flee out of the room, running. In seconds, I was in my bedroom. I was so angry, but I don't know why I had so many feelings I couldn't describe them all. I didn't like the way he talked. He wasn't thinking how I was feeling. He only thinks about himself. He always keeps saying that I'm his mate, even though he didn't explain it, but it seems like it's an important thing, so he has to be kind to me. He shouldn't have done that. A voice rang in my head. Who are you?" "I'm your wolf, but it's not the point here. The thing is that I'm so upset about what our mate did." After this little conversation with my wolf, I felt the anger intensify. I felt my blood boiling, my skin felt hot, and then I felt pain, the pain from yesterday. It wasn't that strong, but I still felt it. My bones started cracking. My canines barked. Sweat tickled my forehead. One look in the direction of the mirror, and I saw that my eyes had turned golden. I fell to the floor, where I felt my arms and legs get smaller. Hair grew so fast on my skin, and then a loud cry left my mouth. I opened my eyes to see paws instead of my arms. I got up on my 4 and looked into the mirror, and there I saw a brown wolf. Oh my God, it's me. And then the door opened, colliding with the wall, which resulted in a loud thud. I turned around and saw Asher standing there with concern and a bit of fear on his face. I didn't want to see him. As he was approaching me, I quickly ran out of the room, down the stairs, and out of the house into the woods. Asher's Pav, but you didn't think of how I was feeling. You were just thinking of me staying by your side for your own satisfaction, Clara said, and got up from her seat and then left the room. "Hey, what's wrong with Clara?" asked Chloe, as now everyone on the table was looking at me. "It's just that she was out all afternoon, and you know that it isn't that safe outside." "Excuse me, Alpha, but she was with me all the time. You know if anything would have happened, I was capable of saving here. After all, Luna is before everything," Finn said. "I know, but, my wolf, he was just, I don't know. If I may say, Alpha, I think you have to go after her and, Ethan was saying when Chloe interrupted him. "Ethan is trying to say that you should apologize. She is your mate after all." I thought about what Chloe just said, and I think she's right. So I got up and left the room heading to Clara's room. And then I heard her scream. I started running to her room, opening the door harshly, and there I saw her in her wolf form. When she saw me approaching her, she sprinted out of the room. It took me a moment to understand what just happened. Oh, fuck. "Finn, call all the warriors to be out this instant," I mind-linked. I got out running, and in minutes, I was at the front door. I got out, and surely all the warriors with Finn were there. "The Luna is out in the woods alone. Finn, mind-link the warriors at the border to be prepared, and tell them about the situation. Now, for all of you, you have to search for her everywhere. Whoever finds her first, immediately mind-link me. And don't you ever think of touching her. Now you shall go," I said, and quickly shifted to my wolf and started running after her scent. When I was deep in the forest and couldn't see the pack house anymore, it started raining. Shit, now her scent will fade. I started running faster, still catching a bit of it, but then it faded all. I was searching everywhere, not having any difficulties with the darkness. Werewolves could still see in the dark better than anything. I heard a howl. It was coming from my right, and then someone mind-linked me saying, "I found her." "Where's she?" "At the right side of the forest, at the lake." "Finn, Come to the lake near the border with 3 of your warriors and tell the others to go back. Clara's Pav. I ran in the woods, not really knowing where I was going, and then I reached the lake. I sat at its edge. Minutes later, the rain was pouring, making me feel more miserable. Asher is a confusing person. Sometimes he is caring and helping me through all of the wolf matter, showing me how much of a kind and a nice gentleman. I like him when he is like that. It's like he really cares about me. But then, he is so cold and angry, and like he doesn't give a crap about me, like he doesn't like my presence. He was the one that told to come and live with them in his house, but at the same time, he leaves me alone and doesn't spend time with me. I don't know why this is bothering me. I shouldn't be thinking about this. It's not like I love him or anything. Suddenly I heard a low crash. I turned around, feeling fear creep to me as my eyes fell on a big wolf coming from behind the bushes. From the way of the borders, it was approaching me, taking slow steps at first, but when he saw me backing away, he stormed towards me, lunging at me. I was taken by surprise. I didn't know what to do. I barely knew how to run in this form, and suddenly he bit my leg so hard that I couldn't even cry. But then he quickly cowered away, backing out, and that's when I heard a growl from behind me. The wolf just ran back from where he came, and the last thing I heard before I was drawn into the darkness was a loud howl. I woke up feeling my head heavy. I sat on the bed looking around. I'm not yet used to this room. I miss my old one, even though it isn't big as this one, but still, it held so many memories, with the only one I needed to be with now, Dad. I miss how he used to come to my room every morning to wake me up with a big smile. That smile that made my every day. He always made me feel happy when I felt low. He was my hero, my everything. Every time I think about what he did, that he married a woman who doesn't love for the sake of my happiness, tears threaten to fall from my eyes. I miss you, Dad. I wish you can come back and be here with me. I'm so lost without you. You are the only one that can make me feel all right. I looked out through the window. It was dark. I turned to the clock on the bedside table. It was 3:24 a.m. I needed to go to the bathroom, so I pulled the covers off of me and stood up. But then I felt so much pain in my right leg, and I fell to the ground with a loud cry. I looked at it, and it was bandaged. It was hurting me so much. I was trying to get up using the bed as a support when my room door opened, revealing a concerned Asher. What the hell happened? Why did you get up? Was someone here? Did someone hurt you? Asher started shooting question after a question when I cut him off. No one was here. I just wanted to go to the bathroom and I didn't realize that my leg was… Wait, what happened to my leg? Asher wrapped his arms around me, lifting me up and putting me again on the bed. Last night when you ran to the woods, a rogue attacked you. He bit your right leg so hard it was so deep. This why it's taking so long to heal. Anyway, why did you want to go to the bathroom? I was just going to, use the… I was blushing so hard as I was trying to tell him. Oh, of course. Just let me help. He then lifted me up again and walked to the bathroom, sitting me on the toilet seat. I will just wait outside if you want anything. Yes, if I want anything, I will call you. Then he closed the door. I did my business and tried to stand up so I can wash my hands. I steadied myself on the wall and slowly walked to the door, opening it. Asher was waiting there. So when he saw me, he lifted me again and laid me on my bed. As he was getting up to leave, I grabbed his hand and he turned around frowning. What's wrong? Could you stay with me, please? I asked, lowering my head, feeling embarrassed. I don't know why I asked him to stay, but I didn't want to be alone tonight. It's just the memory of my father. I felt lonely and scared. Of course, whatever you want, Asher said as he got on the other side of the bed. Feeling him so close to me made my heartbeats get louder and louder. I laid down and turned to face him. I'm sorry about what I said at the dinner tonight. I don't know what was going on with me. I'm sorry. Asher interrupted me, and I looked at him confused. Why are you apologizing? You were right. I really don't spend time with you, and I'm sorry about that. But you have to know that I'm the alpha, and I have responsibilities towards the pack that I can't leave behind. But I promise I will not neglect you, and I will try to spend as much time as I can with you. Deal? Deal. I woke up again, but this time I was feeling good. Great, actually. It took me some time to realize that I'm sleeping on a hard chest and was warped by 2 strong arms. I lifted my head up and… oh my God. It was Asher. And then I remembered everything that happened yesterday. The fight, I ran to the woods, got bitten, waking up in the middle of the night and Asher coming to help me where I asked him to stay the night with me. I was looking at him. He was so beautiful, so peaceful. He looked like an angel. I don't know why, but my hand was itching to touch his face. It started to move on its own up, but then I stopped as I thought about it better. Ugh, what was I doing? I was going to get up, but then Asher's arms tightened around me, preventing me from going away. He said, still closing his eyes, Where do you think you're going? I was going to. You're not going anywhere, he stated. But Asher. No buts. I want to spend some time with my mate. Here comes the mate thing again. I want to know what it means. Why no one is telling me. Is it a bad thing? This is why they aren't telling me. I should ask Asher again. He surely will give me an answer this time. And didn't Chloe tell me that Asher is the only one who will tell me what does mates mean? What are you thinking about? Asher asks. So I was just wondering, you told me everything about the werewolves and I understood them all, but still, for now, you didn't tell me about the mates, I said, whispering, never once looking up at his eyes. He sighed. I think you should really know this. So, mates are for life. Everyone has a mate, their other half. It can just take some time before they find that special person. Some have to wait a long time before finding their mate, and some might not. But the wolf spirit has a way of bringing two together no matter how far apart. Of course, usually the people who don't want to find their mates happen to find them, but in the end, it's worth it. Werewolves know the instant they set eyes on their mate that in fact their mate. Some even before notice their wolf acting up, but they don't know why. When they catch the one-of-a-kind scent of their mate, their wolf goes crazy. After that, when they touch, they feel the electricity between them. Werewolf relationship with their mates is a very strong bond, stronger than any human bond. Once a werewolf finds his mate, he marks her to let the others know she is taken. This is done by him biting her neck, which leaves a mark forever. After that, they are more drawn to each other, and it makes it harder to resist one another. The females tend to get emotional, and the guys tend to get, Sealing the bond between two mates is done by mating. Yes, the full-on mating. After that, it is impossible for them to live apart, no matter what, literally. The bond is sealed, and also, they mate a lot more now. And the females get into heat every month in the full moon if they find their mate and they didn't mate yet. As much as I hate to say it, it's possible for a werewolf to lose his mate. When their mate dies, they go through painful agony and everything. They can never live the same again. They cannot have another mate. You only get one in life. I just stared at him, shocked at what I just heard. I want to be alone, please. And just like that, Asher left me alone with this new shocking information.